Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's me, Ohemaa MaMokowa, aka Queen MaMokowa. And today, of course, if you are a new subscriber, thank you. If you are already a subscriber, as always, thank you so much. And of course, if you have not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? I think you should go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way, when there is a new video upload, you will be notified. Thank you to Alejandro. He recommended that I do a music battle between Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, which is interesting because I had actually been thinking about it. So once he was like, hey, I really like, what you did with the Maxwell and D'Angelo one, or once he left a positive review, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But of course, I was doing some other things, so I wasn't able to get around to it. But anyway, it is here now, and I am finally going to do the review. So thank you so much for that recommendation. Oh, speaking of music battle, if you haven't seen my previous music battle, I will leave a card up above so you can check out the music battle that I did featuring Maxwell versus D'Angelo. This music battle is featuring another neo-soul, or it's featuring neo-soul legends, Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, or Jilly from Philly and Miss Badu. So I will actually start with Erykah Badu. When I look on the internet, it says that she's been around since '94. The albums that she's released: Baduism, Mama's Gun, Worldwide Underground, New America Part 2, and then the last project that she's released is You Can't Use My Phone. So like I said, her body of work. So yes, as you can tell, her body of work is really nice. She did some sampling on a few records. She was rapping where she was being poetic. So like I said, she has evolved as an artist, which is great. Done a few collaborations with different artists. Common, 3 Stacks. Yeah, she's very talented. And then she also, earlier in her career, she was featured on the Roots song, You Got Me. So she's a very talented lady. Now, with that being said, I am going to move on to Miss Jilly from Philly, aka Jill Scott. Jill Scott released her debut album in the year 2000. Who is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds, Volume 1. Beautifully Human, Words and Sounds, Volume 2. The Real Thing, Words and Sounds, Volume 3. The Light of the Sun, and Woman. So her last album came out in 2015. So it's been a really long time since both ladies have released albums, but I'm guessing that they've both been really busy, probably just want to take a break. Now with Jill's first album, it seems like she wasn't afraid to go there. And what I mean by that is she wasn't afraid to experiment. She was a poet, so she did infuse that in her music. There is some jazz influence, there's some opera influence, of course there's some soul, there is a bit of hip hop as well. That album, like I said, classic. Both of their debut albums are classics. Like, oh my goodness, I can turn on any of them right now and just sing along to the album. With Jill's debut album, that one was Getting in the Way, Slowly Surely, He Loves Me, This Is the Way. Oh my goodness. Honey Molasses. There was a lot on that album, but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And neither ladies had the sophomore slump, thank goodness. Jill, as as she was becoming more successful, similar to Erykah, she was also doing different things with music. She wasn't afraid to experiment. Just like with her first album, she continued to experiment with different things, incorporating a little bit more rap. And then like she would even incorporate classical music, but like she made it sound so sweet and so nice. Now, this is friendly. This is a friendly music battle because one, I know Erykah and Jill are good friends. They've been friends for a very long time. So this is friendly. This is just my opinion. So both of them are legends, icons. They have done wonderful things for music, not just neo soul, but just music. Okay. Now, of course, the time has come to choose a preference. Actually, not yet. I have also seen Jill Scott perform. I've seen Jill twice. I saw her. Yeah, I've seen Jill twice. I saw her at one music fest just like I did Erykah Badu. It was 2 different years, not the same year. And I also saw Jill at Afropunk. And Jill's set, like, she was just really welcoming. And the storytelling element that was there as well. Both artists have storytelling elements. Both artists are very talented. Both artists have evolved and only gotten better with time. Both artists have collaborated with other people, but when they collaborate with the other people complement them. They don't take away from their talent. So, as I mentioned with Erykah, Jill has collaborated with Eve. She's collaborated. Actually, fun fact, the song You Got Me, Jill Scott actually wrote that song. But I'm not quite sure what happened, but Erykah is the one who ended up singing on that song. I guess, you know, there's no bad blood because they have been longtime friends. So, yeah, Jill Scott has collaborated with other people, Paul Wall, throughout her career. Now I have to decide who I prefer. Like I said, love both artists, very talented, legendary, iconic. You know, Erykah with her signature colorful head wraps, and Jill Scott with her different hairstyles, whether it's with the fro, whether it's with the red fro, or whether it's with a short pixie, or it's with a braided crown and the big fro. She's also evolved and icons. I would have to say Jill. Like I said, I like them both. I love them both, but I will have to give it to Jill. Why Jill? Jill wasn't afraid to go there on her first album. Like I heard her do some opera and she was doing some storytelling and she was infusing some hip hop and she was incorporating, of course, some soul, a little bit of jazz, but she wasn't afraid to go there. I'm not saying Erykah was, I'm just saying that Jill played around and experimented on her first album. She did continue to do that on her second album, and her live shows, once again, both ladies are awesome live, but for me, I don't know, I just felt more, I feel like Jill is more interactive. Like even with her live shows, she still does the storytelling element of, you know, like why she did this song, or she would just give a story into it. For example, at her live show, it was a live show that she did in DC. I believe it came out in 2001. It's actually off of her live album. She was explaining how, I guess, people were saying, why is Jill talking about she want to beat a woman down and all this kind of stuff? And she was breaking down, like in the first verse, she's like, sister girl. And then the second one is honey. And then the third verse is like, okay, I told you to back off and you didn't listen, so you're about to catch these hands. So she wasn't just going straight in. And again, she does not advocate violence, but this was just her saying, I didn't just go straight in. This was her telling a story of how she was telling a woman, okay, you need to back off of my man. So even though, like people were laughing and cheering, this was her telling a story. So with each song, it's like, she tells a story and then she'll go into the song. And even when I've seen her perform live, she does that a lot. And like she'll have a set, at least Afropunk, she had a set where there was a carpet and she was just, and she will also do this thing where she will perform a little bit of other artists' songs. Like she will perform her song and then she'll transition into their song and she'll bring it back into her set, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, like I said, I love both artists, but for me, it is Jill. She's not afraid to do a little bit of opera, do a little bit of classical, and still infuse that in with some hip hop and some soul and a little bit of jazz. I do hope both ladies, maybe they'll do a collab album or something like that, especially with them being longtime friends and they've been in the industry for so long. I hope that we do get a collab album or even a collab song. I know that they performed at Essence Fest, but still, I do hope that we can get a collab album from Jill and Erykah. So yeah, this was just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer Jill? Do you prefer Erykah? Do you love them both? Let me know your thoughts on their albums, on their performances. Have you seen them live? If you haven't, why not? Like, both ladies are awesome. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And as always, do not forget to be optimistic and keep on moving no matter what. Mesdames, Bye.